Hello, it's Natha Campanella. I'm here with my astrological forecast that I present to you every single week. My point with these is to give you some astrological insight into how to make the best of the energies of the week. And I love that about astrology is that it's this beautiful map of archetypes that are really relevant and really personal to each of us. And by just simply translating the archetypes, whether we're talking about the collective energy for the week or whether we're looking at your specific natal chart, we get so much information that's validating. It can tell us exactly where our pitfalls are, where we might get trapped, where we might lose sight of what's important, but also how to mitigate those things, how to empower us, how to bring us the insight and the information that we need to be on this path of awakening that many of us find ourselves on right now. So I'm here to talk about the week of November 25th through December 1st. The first thing that we have happening this week is that Venus, our planet of love and romance and self-concept and attraction, is changing signs. And it's moving into the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn brings us structure and boundaries. And so Venus has been in the sign of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is, fly by the seat of my pants. I'm excitable. I love it. And Venus in Sagittarius feels really good. So we might feel this switch from Venus into Capricorn as feeling a little bit more restricted. But, we can use it to our advantage too, because if we have been distracted, if we have lost sight of what is important, while Venus is in Capricorn for the next 3 weeks or so, we can really solidify what is important. What are we trying to attract to us right now? What are we trying to make happen? How do we feel about ourselves? We want to feel powerful. We want our self-concept to be as strong as possible, especially since we're mopping up the end of 2019 and we're moving into 2020. Is if we're weak, if we are still dealing with different soft spots where there's dislike of ourselves or self-hatred or anything like that, we want to, fortify and strengthen those places so that we are a vibrational match to exactly what we're trying to pull in, which presumably are things that feel good, right? So we have a new moon in the sign of Sag happening this week on the 26th. So more of that Sagittarian energy, that freedom seeking, that being inspired, being captivated, and wanting to make meaning. We've had such a heavy few weeks of Scorpio energy where we've had to examine our shadow, we've had to get really real about some of the things that we've been doing that have been contributing to unhappiness. And it's been hard. It's been confrontational. And so this switch into Sagittarius is going to feel really good, right? Because suddenly we can see the forest for the trees. We're on top of the mountain. We're looking out. We're not at the bottom of the ocean, fighting for air. So this is great. New moon in Sag, very refreshing, very nice energy. Make sure that you're not ignoring the wisdom that you gained though, right? Sagittarius sometimes cannot want to focus on anything that feels difficult or heavy, but I encourage you this week to really take what you have learned and integrate it into this new exciting energy that is upon us now for the next few weeks while we're doing Sagittarius stuff. All right, so on the 27th, Neptune is going direct. Neptune has been in retrograde. When a planet is in retrograde, we are having to go back over old ground and relearn lessons and revisit situations. Neptune is our planet of mysticism, of spirituality, of things that are metaphysical, but Neptune can also be where we dissociate, where we check out, where we use drugs and alcohol and things to distract us from our experience. And so you might, now that Neptune is going direct, you might get to sort of make some game plans about some of those things. If we're talking about spirituality, are your gurus, are your experts, are your teachers, people that you're still interested in following and learning from? Or are they just teaching you how to spiritually bypass, right? With Neptune, there's always that question, is this real? Or is this sort of a distraction? So be on the lookout for that. And then, of course, if you are somebody that finds yourself numbing and trying to get away from responsibility, you might have to make some changes now and really stay on top of it. You know, practice presence. What is right here? What is right now? And how can I make the most of it even when it's painful? Over numbing. I don't want to deal. I just want to avoid, right? And that's really the whole purpose of being a human on this planet doing a spiritual awakening. And I would assume, if you're listening to this video, that you're interested in doing spiritual awakening and that you're not wanting to just sleep through your experience. All right. So if this message has been helpful for you, share it with a friend that you think might like it too. And of course, if you have questions, send them to me in a private message. You can always leave your insights and your aha moments in the comment section. And if you would like to work privately with me with a private astrology reading or so many other ways that you can work with me, you can find me on nathacampanella.com. And happy new moon. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.